there, people of the internet, friends and family. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Yelboy D-Rex, and today we are continuing our Let's Play series of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And I hope everyone's new year has been fantastic so far. And I mean, hey, within the first week of the new year, nothing major, world crisis event has happened. So, a round of applause. Here's the 2023 looking like this.
Here I go!
Yeah!
Let's get this done, so we can move on!
For the future!
Instead of this.
You always have to have the last word.
No!
Just
Don't move!
die!
Monka!
No! No! Not like this!
Monka, you went too far, you fool.
Yeah, anyway, let's, the recap, which really wasn't a whole lot, but yeah, I mean, there was a lot to, digest. First and foremost, two of my theories were correct. Yeah, I've been pretty much spot on with all my theories so far. It's kind of a little scary how accurate that is, but anyway, so the first one was how, Ethel, because when Ethel died, actually, let me back up here quick. Actually, going back to when, we get the realization, or we get the flashback of Uni dying, then, somehow she was reborn, and I made the theory that I was like, oh, when they die, they basically go back into these tube things, from the Matrix or whatever, and they're just, basically regenerated, reborn, and was thinking, oh, that's what's gonna happen to Ethel, and surprise, surprise, yes, there she is, but looking like how, Noah and friends saw her, years ago when she saved them the first time, and then we got to meet the Kavesi Queen, who was Melia, but it was not Melia. It was actually a robot disguised as Melia. So, and we had the fighters, which is actually I was happy on one hand that it wasn't the real Melia that we had to fight, but at the same time, it made me think what happened to the real Melia? And it's what did they do to our queen, our Empress Melia? And sorry, I had to make sure Tassadar wasn't around to put me in my place. But anyway, but after, that revelation that, Melia wasn't Melia, the Council N was Noah? And again, I hope we get in. And, after, the revelation that the Melia wasn't, Melia, we get the revelation that Council N is actually, I don't know, an evil clone, an evil twin of Noah. And then, like, immediately, like, not even after that, we find out there's an evil version of Mio. But one thing though I will have to say, Mio with long hair instead of the shortcut hair, yeah, actually looks good on her. And why is it usually the bad guys why are the girls who are on the bad guys side always looking, pretty good? It's like, it's so, that's how they do it. That's how they get recruits. But with that revelation with Noah and Mio, it made me think of Yorn, because it's like, well, in one flashback we thought he died, and then as we continue the story, we saw him again, but as a council. So now it's making me think, it's like, okay, so is that Yorn, our Yorn, the friend who sacrificed his life to save lands, or is this an evil copy? And then it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. Also, there's the councils. Each of them go off a letter of the alphabet. Is there 26 of those councils? Because I think we've already got rid of, or I wouldn't even say a third, maybe like a third of the alphabet there, or or maybe the freedom fighters that we've actually met, and hopefully we get some answers to all of our questions. Did they take a bunch of them out, so it only reduces the number to a few? Which actually might be the case, because I remember seeing them in that studio for the first time. There was very few of them, so that's kind of what I'm wondering. But anyway, I could talk about everything that was going through my head after that revelation, but we got some answers to find out. So let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, team, here we are, and hello, hold on, what's going on over here? Is there a little bunnet digging something up? What are you doing, little bunnet? What you doing? Oh, you're not gonna dig anything up? Okay, fine. Well, anyway, so actually, yeah, right now we are actually at the Machonis sword, and I mentioned it in the last video, but it's like, well, hold on, what the?
Senna, maybe we could all walk closer to you.
Oh, because she's got fire in her. Okay, we have to follow this girl because she's leading the path. But as I need to get what I'm trying to say out. But like, we are on the Machonis sword, like the sword itself. And it's like, indefinite, we got to go inside the Machonis and go through, from the bottom of its leg to the top of its head and whatnot. But it's like, was all this, built into the Machonis sword? Because it would make sense if all this was, already established on the Machonis sword. But, maybe somewhere between when the worlds united, or when Shulk rebuilt the world, what was left of the Machonis was reformatted in a certain way. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, and I think we're going to have to fight these monsters, though, in order to get past.
Kevis Castle's got nothing on this
Or not.
dizzying height.
You're telling me. Just looking down makes me feel faint.
Oh, hey, Uni, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
My head kind of hurts.
To be.
Ah, yeah. That happens when you gain altitude fast. Don't worry, it'll subside.
Yeah. Actually, I've had that feeling. The first time I went to the Rocky Mountains, we actually got all the way up to the tundra, and for a moment I'm like, oh, okay, I just need to sit and adjust.
Entrance is up ahead.
City entrance. So yes, we have now officially arrived at the city. So hopefully we get some of those answers that we want.
Okay, I'll say what everyone's thinking. This is all sparking amazing!
It is. Okay, you can take the eye patches off now. Won't need them past this point. Oh, right. And You're sure about that? I don't know. I mean, the eye patches look pretty cool on some people, especially like Mio's with the outfit she's got on. I don't know. It makes her look like a pirate. I like that. Even Noah. Actually, all of them kind of look like pirates. The city's got some signal jamming tech that functions just like the eye patches, blocking detection by Mobius. They're safe. We're safe inside. You have my word. I suppose that must be the reason why they haven't been able to discover the city thus far. You got that right. This place is our last rebuke and our sole haven in this world. But as soon as we step outside, Mobius are all over us like a bad wool sweater. So what I'm saying is, don't forget your eye patches when you're out and about. That's all. I hear you loud and clear. We'll remember. So yeah, now we can actually run around with doing whatever without the councils knowing what we're doing. Nice, nice. All right. It's a little eerie how this is like the one place there is like no music. You know, all of this is in the Machonis sword. What the heck? Oh, yeah, this is amazing. City. Well, it's got a nice beat to it.
This is the city.
It sure took us long enough. We shouldn't relax just yet, though.
Why the spark not?
We don't even know if they're really our allies yet. We can't get
True.
complacent.
Still on guard, huh?
Unlike some of you daydreamers, yes.
I'd like to believe them. Their eyes. They look the same as his.
They said they opposed Mobius, didn't they? It should be okay then, to trust them.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. Gotcha.
Bloody sparks. Why do I bother?
That's why you have you around,
Thank you,
Taion.
For looking
Jinx
out for
said
us.
Tion's name at the same time as you. You owe me a soda, Noah.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'll follow your lead. But please,
Edie at the
stay
back.
vigilant.
Of course we will. More colonies added.
It's like, Taion, that's why you're around, though. You're the cautious
Looks
one.
like colony relations have changed.
Bigger than half a dozen colonies.
Are there really so many people? This is beyond anything we could have imagined.
Well, you know, I think what we're gonna do though, once we get caught up to everything and whatever, is we're gonna take time and explore this place. I mean, good night. I mean, this place is huge. Central Plaza, or Parade.
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros, yeah.
So they're Ouroboros?
And they're from Kevus and Agnes.
But they're just a bunch of kids.
Watch yourselves. There could be secret spies. It's over. This place will be a war zone.
They're all whispering about us.
I feel we're not exactly welcome here.
Uninvited guests, one might say.
They're the ones who led us here.
Oh, hey! Doesn't she look similar to the Mobius we fought at Colony 4?
It's true. Wrinkly prune faces abound here.
Manana spy tiny people too! It's whole undiscovered race!
Meh.
No. They must be humans just like us.
So you're Ouroboros, eh?
Uh-oh.
You've got what, 1 or 2 years left? Some hope you are.
Don't know why Van Dam wasted that power on you. What was he thinking?
What's your problem? Mind your manners.
Let me introduce you. These were our Ouroboros candidates.
Ah.
They trained relentlessly to fight against Mobius. Each and every one of them. That includes Shania there.
Though they kind of feel like
Candidates?
all that training was for
You
nothing.
happy? that you stole Ouroboros from us?
It wasn't like exactly
All right, that's
their
enough.
choice.
Whatever the reason, the old man did choose him. To be fair, they have gone against quite a few Mobius already. They're the real thing, all right. You heard Shania's reports.
What reports?
I had her monitor your actions with extreme scrutiny. All the way from the valley.
Huh?
Since way back
Oh,
then.
wow, dang.
Together, we are united in our cause.
Miss Vandam.
All right then.
I feel like we haven't seen the last of them, though.
Please, it's not their fault. They're not a bad lot, really.
That's easy for you to say.
Well, that was awkward as all ash.
I mean, you can't really blame them for being upset because, I mean, they worked so hard or whatever to become an Ouroboros. And then they're like, oh, all that training to become Ouroboros was for nothing.
Good to add more names.
But I mean, that type of hostility, though.
I'll introduce you to them another time.
Serene Square.
All right.
Good to add more names. You said that you were monitoring us earlier. So is that why you stormed the castle?
After the Ouroboros stone activated, Shania relayed the info straight back to us. So I'd been looking for a chance to contact you.
Oh, really?
We reckoned that you would just head straight here. What we did not expect was for you to dive straight into the heart of the enemy's base. I was flipping out. Your actions were so reckless. I started to wonder if our saviors were just a bunch of raving lunatics. It kind of looked that way.
That's a little too harsh.
Sorry. Poor choice of words. How about hotheads?
Yeah, that's not a lot better.
Still, it helped us complete one of our primary objectives. Securing a number of growth modules.
What are those?
I'll show you. You'll find it quite interesting. It's the very reason why we fight.
Well, going back up, though, she was calling them, hot-headed or lunatics or going straight into the castle. That's like, if you've been monitoring them, like, you should know then that the Kavesi Castle had that annihilation cannon, so
I see some
you should be
relations have
thanking
changed.
them for going in there and destroying that because, I mean, if that thing was still intact, it would probably cause this whole operation to have a lot more problems. So you should be a little more grateful.
I see some. Now I know how you guys felt in Colony 4.
Right? At least they warmed up to us eventually. Maybe it'll be the same here.
So that girl was keeping an eye on us. Did you notice, Mimi?
No. She didn't so much as make my ears twitch.
She's a stealthy girl. Oh, cut this way. Katorian Hill.
We're now more or less above the sword's hilt guard. Even this place was once ravaged by war. By Kevis and Agnes.
Oh, I thought it was kind of...
Has the war really spread this far?
There's even more. More husks underneath.
Oh, gosh. That is horrifying.
Thanks.
This right here is what the world is really like. Designed to keep us shackled.
Keep us shackled?
Yeah, when she said ravaged by war. For a moment, I thought there was like scars or damage from the war with the Machonis, but I guess not. I was kind of really hoping for a direct reference to Definitive Edition, but alright.
Hey, Noah, you know that pile of husks earlier? You aren't thinking about sending those on, are you?
Oh, dang it. I moved too soon. I wanted to hear the rest of the conversation. Yikes. Oh well.
Aren't those...
Cradles.
Your so-called cradles are the growth modules that birthed you. You were conscripted from birth, trained to kill one another ruthlessly and steal each other's life. That life energy pours into the flame clocks, becoming the fuel that feeds Mobius. In order for Mobius to exist, they must continue
There's
to
Ethel.
claim life energy. And these cradles right here, they're used to recycle your lives.
Ethel.
Yeah. You live your lives in servitude so that Mobius can exist. And even in death, there's no release. You'll just keep getting recycled.
No way.
There's your shackles. Soldiers bound by Mobius's shackles are destined only for mutual destruction. Those who lose their lives in battle, they're reborn anew. They wake from a castle cradle, a blank slate without a scrap of their former memories.
Wait. Then that husk I saw...
But if we keep your lives bound to the bodies, as we're doing here, they're of no use to them. This way, we can whittle away at their power.
So you've been doing this over and over again, then?
That's right. You don't want to know for how long, believe me.
Yeah.
And yet, the price we pay to take down just a handful of Mobius is immeasurable. The city's residents, we're all descendants of the first Ouroboros.
The first Ouroboros?
What's a descendant?
Right.
Like, oh wait, yeah.
That's not a word you'd have any use for either, I suppose. Better to see for yourselves. Come, I'll show you.
Huh. Okay, so I need to think here. So now, like, I'm sure, hopefully we get an explanation as we continue walking. But okay, so alright, now I know if I just stop talking and just keep going, that we will get answers. But I need to voice these questions. So it's like, they say you come out of those cradles or shackles, as Miss Van Dam here likes to, call them shackle. Okay, they're like, I know if I just, just shut up and keep walking, I'll hopefully get answers, but I need to voice the questions that I have. But it's like, so they said, once you die, you're recycled, which, yeah, that's a horrifying way to think about it, but that's the harsh truth. That's the harsh reality, and that these are what these kids are realizing now. But they come out as a blank. You come out as a blank slate. So I wonder though if Ethel, maybe there'll be a way to retain those memories, or help her get her memories back, because Uni, for whatever reason, was able to remember a past life or whatever, or whichever one it was, about how she died the first time. I'm guessing it's the last life, because it was pretty fresh when they found her husk. And yes, Uni, we will, as soon as we get things settled down and cool down, we'll get you a bath. But, and it's like, I hope though these guys can help, especially Mio, you know, get rid of the little, whatchamacallit that, you know, keeps track of, you know, their, you know, how long they have to live. Yeah, just.
So we're born to fight, and then we die, over and over and over.
I can hardly believe it, but it was Ethel, without a doubt.
Okay, who was the first Ouroboros? Oh, good night, this place is big. Yo, everyone, slow down. We need to follow her, not and be in the lead. Medical facility, alright. Oh, there's some pregnant women. Okay, they're gonna get a big hole. They're gonna get a rude awakening here.
Where are we?
This is a maternity ward.
Maternity?
Doctor, may I?
Like, oh yeah, see, this is a baby. Oh, Mio heard it.
Come.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just making my heart warm up. It's gonna be all fuzzy feelings in my tum tum. Aw, look at it, so cute. This is a cute little baby. And they're all just like, brains are just fried. Like, what is that? And it's like, yeah, come on, it's okay. It won't bite. Like, Manana's like the only one who's happy. Everyone else just like big eyes. Like, what the heck? Must be so alien to them.
It's so small.
It's a little person.
It's so teensy tiny, but it moves.
Much rejoicing!
It's okay to touch her. Gently now.
She's so warm.
Place one finger. In her palm.
Oh. Pretty strong grip, huh?
Hey, Sana! Look at this! You need to try it too.
It's like a kid on Christmas morning, and they're like,
Whoa, you're right. Mimi,
Taion is like, I need to get in there for science.
Let me have a turn.
I'm like, no, this is a new discovery. I need to write this down. Write it down. Write it down.
This is incredible, Senna.
All right,
Funny, right? But this is human beings' true nature. If you want the ins and outs, go and ask the doctor.
they're gonna be scarred.
All right then, lads and lasses. Who wants to know how babies are made?
Oh boy. He's like,
Well, you're in for a surprise. Buckle up.
oh gosh. They are gonna be traumatized. Oh, did they learn or not yet? And of course it focuses on Noah and Mio. And they look at each other.
This is how it should be.
I love it.
This is human nature. We are born defenseless, grow up. Then those who find a spouse create new life together, age, then return to the earth. Thank you. I mean it.
Oh, her father's, right?
Monica, what was that word you used? Spouse?
A partner in romance.
Ro?
The feeling of having someone very precious to you. That'd be one way of putting it.
Yeah, with love comes loss.
You'll understand too someday.
Of course, they look right at each other. They're already experiencing these emotions and they didn't even realize it.
Or it might be that you already do.
They're like, wait, what? Us? Us? No, 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 wait, no. Remembering stones. Oh, this is great. This is great so far. Lots of laughs, giggles, cute moments. I'm sorry, I gotta go back to like Taion. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, this is so cool." And Taion, Mr. Research Logic and everything, is like, "Get out of the way! I want to try this." I'm so sorry. He seems just like a kid on Christmas morning. Oh, that was so great. You know, Mr. Stoic and reserved. I mean, he was just like a little kid. It was great. But who was the Verity Park? But who was the ancestor of the or the beginner of the generator of Ouroboros, of these people? I guess we'll find out, right?
Taion, look.
It looks the same as the one before.
Who are they?
The first
Wait, that's
Ouroboros.
Shulk!
The founders.
I have no idea who that is.
The first Ouroboros.
That one. She looks a bit like Mimi.
No idea who...
Look at this. He's got Noah's chin.
And the others don't look like anyone.
I don't recognize the others.
Tell us about them.
But I recognize the one with Shulk. At least I thought that was
Long,
Shulk.
long ago, they gained the power of Ouroboros. It let them match Mobius blow for blow. The city folk you see here, we're all descended from them.
Bound by their blood.
It was the queens, so they say. Kevis and Agnes. Their powers united created Ouroboros. Ouroboros are the only ones that can take down a Mobius. Although, there can only be 6 Ouroboros alive at one time. By activating the stone's cage here, those with aptitude can become Ouroboros.
Only 6? Why so few of them? I get it. That's why they got so upset.
Finally clicked? There's only so many seats and stones. The one that my father was moving, it took a long time to be found.
Think I'm finally getting the gist of this whole Ouroboros deal.
Yeah.
But the queens?
Not those sham figureheads in the castles. The real queens.
Yes, real queens. I knew that soulless piece of clockwork junk wasn't the real deal.
Does that mean our queen is false too?
We're still trying to pinpoint the true queens. They're out there somewhere, sleeping.
What for?
Why else? To take our world back from Mobius and set things to rights. The true queens will help us there.
Hang on a bleeding second. Ouroboros were born, like, generations ago, right? But you said the queens are sleeping. Are there humans who can even live that long?
Now that, I don't know too much about.
Yeah, you don't know anything about the
What do you know?
The Hyentia.
Well, the legend goes that both of the queens, their lifespans are supposed to be incomparably longer than ours.
And you're pinning your hopes on that?
At the moment, that's about all we can do.
All right. So, when the world is back to rights, then what?
The people you've seen here, the way they live their lives, that could be everyone. Babies, children, adults, the old, they're all a part of nature's cycle.
And that would go for us too?
There'll be more to life than just fighting to survive. We'll weave the tale that we were always meant to tell.
Don't give up. 10 years? You kids deserve better. The only thing that can change all this is the will of Ouroboros. You kids and your low.
Though, some of us around here still ain't too keen on the idea.
What?
So, those people from before?
They're happy living in the moment. As long as they can hide away and cover their eyes, they don't give a damn about the rest.
So our lives mean nothing to them?
If they can't see or hear you, then as far as they're concerned, you don't even exist.
Your problems are my
There's more
problems.
ways to what's in front of them.
A lot of folks here think that way.
But that's just like Mobius. Then the only difference is whether or not they benefit directly.
You catch on quick. I can see why my dad chose you guys. But the will of the Founders, it lives on in us warriors. Mobius can't reign forever. If we can continue freeing young folk like you, maybe life can get back to how it should be. That would be best for all of us.
For sure. I'm with you. I think we'd have to be lunatics not to believe you, after what you've shown us.
I believe it too. Seeing how you live your lives, it made me feel really envious. Feeling that warmth, part of nature's cycle. We need to protect that.
I agree.
It was so precious.
What's going on through your head, girl? Okay, I need to. Oh yeah, that was that was a lot of information to take in, but I need to go back because that one founder, it looked like Shulk, but then I realized, like, wait a minute, it can't be Shulk. You know, Shulk's an ordinary human. He couldn't live for, you know, hundreds of years like Melia would. It wouldn't make sense unless, you know, some of Zanza's godly power was still within Shulk. But, you know, Alvis, that was the name. Like, if I recall correctly, you know, let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. But, you know, he said Shulk, you know, that power that, you know, that Zanza had, he had it, but it would, you know, wear off in time. In time, he wouldn't have that godly power or whatever. So it could be a case where, you know, maybe it was a descendant of Shulk, but, you know, that might imply that he and Fiora got together. I don't know. That's just wishful thinking on my part. But crap, what was I gonna say? Oh, right. Like, you know, how with some families, you know, you could have a descendant, like one of my brothers. If you look at a picture of one of our great uncles, almost a spitting image. So, you know, maybe it was something like that. I don't know, but anyway, Shanina, more walking to do. This is the last stretch. Let's get you to the dorms. Alright, you know, hopefully we can actually explore the city, because I want to do that. Mobius warning level. The Kieves and Agnes warning levels have combined to form a single Mobius warning level. Oh! Great!
Looks like colony relations have changed.
Okay, let me look. That's the city. You know, I what do the arrows mean? He's like, because Colony 11 is like right next door to this place. Like, they're in the line of fire. I'm guessing red means enemy. Oh. Let's keep going.
Man, I think I need some time to process all this. Yeah. Quite a weight to carry. Absorbing all this in one go.
I'm guessing those are the dorms. Alright, this is the dorm for young lost number soldiers. You can sleep here while you're in the city. You can ask that guy about your rooms. Say, yeah, over here. Oh, and sadly there's no kitchen in the building. A lot of the single soldiers eat at the Michaba canteen. But if you want to do your own cooking, feel free to use that empty plot of land over there. Oh yeah, Manana is like, yay! We own spot to cook. Got it. Thank you, Monica. Tomorrow we have a lot to discuss. Agreed. How should we arrange that? Meet me in the Lost Numbers War Room. It's the place down the lift from near the Praetorian Hill, which we pass on the way here. I'll let you know closer to the time. Oh, before I forget. You're free to explore the city as you will. Is that really okay? I said we weren't hostile, right? Well, you're not hostile, but some of the others... not so much. I thought you'd be pleased not to have me breathing down your necks. No, we're grateful. Thanks for everything. Alright, well, let's go ahead inside. Why do you have a gun? What kind of dorm it requires an armed guard outside?
Huh? Hey, did you guys hear something?
The rooms are ready for you now. How about getting some rest? Yes, let's go ahead and rest.
N, you say?
You know him?
I know of him, definitely. He's been a real thorn in the city's side.
Sounds rough.
He slaughtered many of my people in cold blood.
Oh.
Why bring him up?
Well, no reason.
Hmm?
What's wrong? Is it something Monica said? Is there a problem?
No. Don't worry about it. It's just a passing thought.
Yeah? Oh, I got some news earlier. We're not sleeping in tomorrow. Our briefing starts early. Get some rest while you can.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah. Night.
Oh, alright. Well, you know we're not going to go straight to that meeting. We're going to explore this place a little bit. Wow, soft beds are really comfy. Who knew? I'm fairly sure you've always slept well, even in sleeping bags. Same. Riku's like, hey, what? Just saying. Oh, yeah, look, there's no pond back there. You lot, weren't you even a little nervous? Clearly you weren't. You were nervous enough for all of us, judging by those dark circles under your eyes. I couldn't just immediately go to sleep after getting here and processing all that information. That sounds more like excitement than nerves, if you ask me. Well, it looks like last night's jumble of information will be sorted out in the war room. Right. You know, I'm sorry. Like, I kind of really want to know their thought process when they learned how babies are made. Because I mean, they came out of that room looking pretty calm, so I guess they had some time to process. But
look, it all begins with this little fella, the pituitary gland. He may be little, but he has big plans. And now you know where babies come from.
Goodbye, childhood.
Hey, whatever. To each his own. We should probably start making a move over to the war room then. Right. Agreed. Monica said, you take the lift down from nearby the Praetorian Hill, right? That's the sword's Hiltgard. All the way there, huh? Okay then. Yep. Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, Unia's like, I gotta go over there, see all those husks. All right. Well, I think we are gonna do some exploring before we do that. Like, oh, there's a bunch of circles that way. Well, let's talk to some people quick. Hollis, I have a friend named Hollis. I dare say there are quite a few questions you'd like to put to me right now. But if you aren't sick or wounded, please stay out of the medical facility, if you don't mind. Your presence is bound to cause fuss, you see. Please bear with me, for the sake of the people who need their rest. Oh, like those little baby people? That's right. We have some gravely ill old folk being cared for, too. People who are sadly coming to the end of their lives.
Good to add more names.
So, outsiders becoming Ouroboros? Is that, like, okay? Well, they've got stacks more battle experience than the candidates we have here. All we can do now is trust them. Okay, let's look in these dorms quick. Oh, look at that. You get some containers and...
Wonder what's inside.
Man, it's a little cramped in here.
Good thing we found this.
Okay, what about this door? Oh, it's locked? Come on. Ooh, so you get sneaky. The first thing you have to do is become a lost number, is to get yourself in shape. I want to grow up to be just like Monica, but I'll have to study and train hard if I'm ever going to be like her. Okay, is there anything else? Oh, what's up here? Okay, so a bigger room. Alright. With a bigger table. I bet this is where everyone slept, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, nope, nothing over here then, I guess. Alright, well, there's someone to talk to over here. Moishi. Grandpa and Grandma are always reading me books. It's super kind of them. Grandma, Grandpa, Grandma? You mean those wrinkly dudes, right? That's right. That's your dad's dad and your dad's mom. Or your mom's dad. Or your mom's mom. You're making my head spin here, bud.
Good to add more names.
Yeah. The information overload. Well, let's see here. Is there anything to discuss? Nothing. Okay. Well, I promised Uni that we would get her clothes cleaned.
Nice and clean.
Okay, and yeah. Lance and Senna first thing in the morning to get their workout in. This is like how Lance just looks over and sees how easy Senna's doing it. He's like, oh, come on! I can do better! I don't know, save.
It's good to keep a record.
Let's bounce.
Alright, now where was, oh yeah, this way. Let's see where, oh, hello. How do we get up there? Wait a minute.
And how do we get to the war room?
We saw those signs of battles against Agnes and Cavus yesterday, right? Let's go there first.
Oh, training grounds. Oh, it's locked? Oh no! The kid's stuck in there! How do we help the kid? Sand! Oh no! You're stuck. Well, sorry guys, hey team, do not walk in their line of fire, okay? That's bad. The lost numbers are short on snipers, right? It's just that I've been considering changing my role is all. You're changing your blade again? Are you really sure you found the right role this time? Blades. New topic available.
I see, I see.
You see? Oh yeah, we could probably jump down without hurt. Alright, well let's try to find another place to explore here. You know, it's good. Honestly, it feels nice being back in a colony like this. Or not colony, but just see people, you know, just walking around, mingling, whatever. You know, it's so nice to see this again. Oh no! I wanted to go back to where all those magnifying glasses are. Oh, a person, Rosanna. Did you all come from the Atia region? Yes, that's right. Did you happen to bump into my husband? He said he was heading off towards Melik Meadows. Did we?
Good to add more names.
What do we do if the Ouroboros decide to double-cross us and leak a load of city intel? But they're enemies of Morbius, just like us. They got to seal approval from the Elder too, so why should we worry? Well, yeah, we're outsiders. No. Residential quarters. Oh, wait, there's a door here. Ooh. Let's see, when I get bigger, I want to become someone who designs cute clothes. Cool, maybe I'll be a torpedo warpsmith. Okay, what's with, I guess another level or something? Locked? Okay, a lot of restricted areas, but what? I'm trying to figure out where all these circles are. Oh, hello. Oh, nothing up here. Another person to talk to. Yo! Koten! Oh wow, there's a lot of people to talk to here. Monica's little crew of running dogs, huh? Well, you can leave me right out of it, whatever it is. No, that's not us. What, you ain't lost numbers? Well, that's alright then. Not everyone in the city supports the Lost Numbers crew, you know. Some of us want nothing more than a quiet, peaceful life. That's what I want, anyway. To be left in peace.
Good to add more names.
But then again, though, it's like... You know, you see this problem even in, you know, reality. Where it's like, there's a problem going on somewhere else, but if we, you know, we cover our eyes, ears, and mouths or whatever, it won't bother us. But yet, you know, and depending on what this problem is, though, just because you try to ignore it doesn't mean it's not going to affect you. Uni, we just cleaned the clothes and everything. Hey, Garrett, talk quick. The Elder might be welcoming you Ouroboros with open arms, but I doubt everyone will feel the same. Please don't disturb the peace we have here in the city.
Good to add more names.
Oh, wait, there's someone else walking away. Come back! I need to talk to you! May! Yo, guys, let me talk to her. You find what it is you're looking for in the end. That was the last thing that my brother Yu said to me. He made up his mind to head out on that important mission with Euronisia, but he never came back. It's hard, losing someone important. My brother was a fighter. He was prepared to do what he had to for his family. But that doesn't make me miss him less.
Good to add more names.
Anyone who has family in, you know, the police force and the military understands that feeling. Oh, yeah, we were here. His granddad's name somewhere on here? Yes, it is. He fought alongside Grinnick Van Damme's own father, you know. Yeah, this goes down for, you know, generations. I'm afraid our precious son could be one of the prisoners chosen during the next eclipse. Eclipse? It's like you're already chiseled his name on his tombstone. The way you're talking. Have some faith. He'll make it. Eclipse? What's the eclipse? So my mom got remarried, and now it sounds like her new partner will be moving in with us soon. How would you guys feel if you were in my shoes? Great, I guess. What's remarried? So mums and dads, they get married, and when my dad went and died, and my mom got married again. That sounds way complicated. So complicated, I don't even know how to respond. Oh, that is a classic uni response. I love it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Okay. Well, where's the one that has the Shulk look like? Well, it's House Ortiz. In memory of the founder of House Ortiz and the city's liberator. Kavesi soldier, this founder was released from the Flame Clock system by the other founders, and henceforth spent every last ounce of his energy for the cause to liberate the city as one of the first Ouroboros. Okay, wait a minute. Or yeah, I'll read all of them first. Okay, so yeah, this doesn't. With surprising skill in mechanical engineering, the founder fought not with a blade, but with a weapon of his own fabrication. He was also responsible for laying the foundations of all the mechanical systems supporting the city to this day. I mean, that sounds something like Shulk could do. I mean, Shulk is very, good with mechanics. So, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Maybe it's wishful thinking on my part. Following the fight against Mobius, he poured the remainder of his days into rebuilding the city, before finally perishing at the age of 80 years. Though how he attained that feat despite his origins as a Kavesi soldier remains unexplained. Okay, so he was a Kavesi soldier, and so somehow he was able to get out of the cycle or whatever they're called. You see how much I care little for what the thing is. House Reed. In memory of the founder of House Reed and the city's liberatrix. Rather than the founder herself, this statue depicts the founder's mentor figure, standing as a sign of the deep reverence and devotion she felt for her teacher. The founder's master was unconnected to her by bonds of blood, yet he raised her as would befit a child of one's own, it is said. Though of a calm and constant disposition, the sight of him on the battlefield, great red sword in hand, struck fear into many of Mobius. And though the vicious struggle against Mobius cost this ferocious warrior his right arm, I'm sorry, I'm just getting flashbacks of Dunban. But yeah, it looks nothing like Dunban. Or I could be wrong. Maybe a descendant of Dunban? I don't know. The Lost did not. Well, they're like, wait a minute, like father, descendant, losing the right arm. The Lost did nothing to diminish his desire to hone his martial skills each day, standing as vivid testament to his indomitable will. Okay, well, let's see about this Gormati one. House Dolly. In memory of the founder of House Doyley and the city's liberatrix, directly descended from those who established the first original city. Okay. Her whereabouts were lost after Ends ravaging of the city of old, but upon encountering the other founders, she committed herself fully to the fight. This founder is said to have a familiar relation to the founder of Van Dam, with scant extant records suggest they were likely brother and sister. Okay, so there's a possibility that, okay, alright. She fought alongside the founder of Van Dam then, who was the elder of the two, and brought the power of Ouroboros to completion. Said to have been bright and wise, this founder laid the cornerstones for much of the city's governance and legal system. Okay. House Van Dam. In memory of the founder of House Van Dam, the city's restorer and liberator. The original incarnation of the city was once laid to ruin by Mobius' End's hand. Gosh, by one guy. Dang. The founder realized fully the power of Ouroboros, heretofore limited, and fought against N, ousting him. Once victorious, he gathered the old city's people, scattered to the winds, and reestablished the city. When the city restored, he left its government in the hands of founder Dali and departed on a lone expedition. No records exist of his fate thereafter. Heirs of Van Dam's lineage only returned to the new city several centuries later. Oral tradition has it that the founder was master of the classical arts of fistfighting, and the scions of House Van Dam carry on the custom to this day. Okay. House Cassini. In memory of the founder of House Cassini and the city's liberatrix. Much like with the founders of Reed, this statue too depicts this founder's respected mentor rather than the founder herself. Okay, so it's the mentors and not the actual. Okay. The mentor boasted a robust physique, wielding two great swords at once with utmost ease, and facing down Mobius despite the loss of one eye. He lived his life an unsophisticated sort, broad-minded but impassioned, and is said to have aided the founders in the fight against Mobius, physically and spiritually. He was further reported to have been a free spirit whose qualities influenced the other founders, still young and impressible when the city was restored. Indelibly proof of this rebellious spirit can be seen time and again in the ethos of the house in generations to come. Okay, last one. House Rhodes. A soldier of Agnes, this founder's fight to the death against the founder of Oritz, a soldier of Heaves, was interrupted by a chance meeting with other founders. Freed from the bondage of her flame clock, she joined the fight against Mobius. Well, kind of like, our team. They were on opposing forces, and then, people from the city are like, hey, stop it. Work together. Join us. Cool. Although a soldier, the founder is reported to have been exceedingly gentle and kind-hearted. Additionally, her skill in the healing arts greatly contributed to the development of medical science in the city in later ages. And irrespectively of starting life as an Agnian soldier. She is said to have surpassed 80 years of age, though the way she achieved that remains shrouded in mystery. Okay, so former Agnes soldier, former Kiev soldier, those two were siblings. Allegedly. The Ouroboros stone's cage. The object on display upon this plinth is this very first original Ouroboros stone's cage. It is important to note that initial designs for the monument are said to have included a statue of a seventh founder in its place. The seventh founder? Next to no information remains about the seventh founder's identity, and it is possible that this is not due to simple loss of records. They kept it that way. Rather, historians speculate that this is the result of a conscious decision by the 7th founder. Huh! Interesting. Okay, we need to be here and... Oh, quest-related event? So where do we want to go? Remembrance Stone, so we already been up here already. And we haven't checked this part out yet, I think. Don't quote me on that, but we're going to go over here quick. Julieta. The elder is a lady I admire. Never a stronger woman I have seen. I have. Her father and her spouse together lost. Yet still she soldiers on in stern command. As daughter of the noble house of Doyle, I hope that I too climb to such a height. These Ouroboros hail from both Kiev and Agnes. That means they'll only live until their 20s, right? I doubt they've got a lot of time left. Then maybe the current candidates have a hope of getting in the action after all. Oh! Oh, well then. I see where we rank on the food chain with some people. Vane. I think the lost numbers are wrong to carry on stealing cradles at the risk of exposing themselves. All they're doing is giving the enemy more hostages, and yet they still carry on. We all know what kind of atrocities are going on at the castle.
Good to add more names.
This expanse here was once the battleground of Kiev and Agnes, and a special violent one at that. The battle was a swamp for both sides. All that remained was a wasteland, mounted high with husks. This was the place that our ancestors made home. It's a strange and haunted sight, but it keeps us safe and hidden. Nothing has really changed since then. We still live here, leading our boxed-in lives, counting out our stagnant little days. So, yeah, right away you see there is a
good to add more names.
Mixed feeling on the whole thing. I thought there was someone here to talk to. Oh, Brox, there he is. Come on. However you look at it, Grisha was a great man and a heroic fighter. He ceded his position as elder to Monica so that he could carry on fighting on the front lines. Each time he rode back into the city on his 11th, he brought back a brand new tale of valor and daring do. Yes, and I certainly wasn't the only one who was eager to hear them either. He inspired courage in all of us, not just the lost numbers. He was a great example right up to his final moments.
Good to add more names.
Trying to talk, get to some more information. The Lost Numbers gear mostly consists of redux versions of stuff that we salvage from battlefields. After so many years of tinkering about with this stuff, we've got the process down to a fine art now. All these are pretty good, no? Yeah, totally. You never know that this stuff was salvaged from battle wreckage. Actually, I helped them out with it from time to time as well.
Good to add more names.
Farmill. You smashed up the castle's annihilator, huh? We used the chaos you kindly created to kick Kevies in the proverbial by raiding the pods. You Ouroboros, you're like a star of hope rising above this city. You've set an awfully high standard for yourselves. Yay. No pressure.
Good to add more names.
We managed to procure a great deal of growth modules this time around. The most we've ever got at once, I think. Now that we've entered the heart of it, we have to keep adding to the good results we've attained so far. There are more people to talk to. Jaeger. Then we got a vent over here. What's up? Am I a rare sight to you? The city's got 3 types of folk. Promising youngsters, hardworking adults, and old folks with time on their hands. Time on your hands? Like you don't have anything you need to do? We paint, write poetry, play an instrument, or in my case, have a good old drink every day. That is the man after my brother's own heart. Attention. Daddy, can we get this book? Sure thing, champ. And what a good choice. That'll probably help with your studies. Reading. Well. Shop of Well is general store passed down through many generations of traders. Ancestor of Well traveled whole of world in caravan, but one day decided to stop caravan and settle here. After that, shop deal in many goods, artistic things, well upon craft, fun printed matters, important service to city friends.
Good to add more names.
Tamina! All the city residents are descendants from the 6 houses. I can trace my roots back to House Ortiz, Monica's to House Van Dam, and so on and so forth. And in remembrance of our ancestors, endeavors, our eye patches are each adorned with the pattern of our respective house. Guests like you have to make do with just a plain, boring old version, I'm afraid. Oh. Well, that sucks.
Good to add more names.
Much hello.
There's so much choice.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and let's see. Oh, these are our foods and stuff. We'll grab a bunch of these. Now I'll make Appreciated Friend Custom. Oh wow, we got a lot of stuff going on here. I still want some new clothes. You might have to be a bit patient. City clothing. Well, let's get some stuff here.
There's so much choice.
Got one of these. Let's see. Grants 60% sleep resistance. That might be helpful. Increase break resistance by 20% points. Boost aggro reduction 100. That'll be useful for our healers. Keep the focus off them. Boost dexterity by 30. Yes, we'll take some of those. Take that. Take that. Boost defense. Boost agility. We'll take another one of these. Take two of those. Oh, wow, we were used to all of our gold, dang. Gotta go out and do some quests to get some of that gold back. I very much appreciate the scavenger force retrieving these supplies. It sure ain't an easy job. They're going to the Gnome wetlands next. The fight never stops for them. Scavenging.
I should write this all down.
Oh, hello. Okay, hold on. Before we do anything...
We should probably eat something.
Oh, hello. Oh, accessories. System save.
It's good to keep a record.
I don't want to jump into this before... What's this? Sheet music? Someone's sweet music. Okay. Oh, these are quest related. Okay, those will be good.
Could you all come round for a second?
Alright. Apparently the Lost Numbers can use all different kinds of blades, just like us. Monica did say that the city's people were originally of one kind with the Ouroboros. So you'd say that explains the similarities with us. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Even so, though, it's not many people that can master fighting with multiple blade forms, it seems. If you don't commit, your form's gonna be sloppy and you'll get bad habits. I think I always prefer using what I'm good at. I like to get at least a basic understanding of all of them. Nothing beats flexibility on the battlefield. True. Me? I'm a power girl through and through. I mean, hey, some of you just gotta plow right through it, gamer style. What the sparks a power girl? Never mind. I caught your drift. It's important to remember, though, even though we have Ouroboros powers, it's still a matter of effort to achieve proficiency. 100 XP gained. Reading.
Where should I start?
Did you notice how in the city, people called adults like Monica teach those smaller folks things? Not smaller folks, Uni. The words children. I saw adults reading books to children. It was a real peaceful scene somehow. Yeah, I remember in our old training and lectures, they basically beat stuff into us. Nothing so relaxed as this. I imagine Monica would say this is how things are meant to be. She'd have a point. I can't really imagine those children holding weapons, fighting for their lives. Before Monica became an adult, do you think Guernica read to her like that too? I guess he might have? Strange, isn't it? I can't picture it at all. Yeah, a bit outlandish, isn't it? Hey, you don't know. There's some people though they look mean and gruff or whatever, but yeah, they're really nice guys. Like you know, kind of like a very personal story, or not for me, but for someone else. So like my mom, she's been dealing with cancer for the last couple of years now. But there's at the cafe that she works, like every summer, a biker gang comes through. And, you know, they got tats and dude rigs, leather jackets, and all, you know, the stereotypical biker stuff, right? But yeah, they are some of the nicest people you have ever met. I mean, they look rough and tough and mean, but no, they have hearts of gold. So it's like, you don't judge a book by its cover. City clothing. Now this is all girl talk, I bet. So those clothes we'd borrowed all that time ago. I guess they were city made in the first place. Huh. Thinking about it, does that mean we might see people with the same outfits walking around? Wait, you don't think my style, it's not weird or anything, right? I wonder. We did get dressed in a hurry then. There wasn't time to think about style too carefully. Yeah, when you're in a life or death situation where it's like, hey, you just grab whatever you can, throw it on, and go. Judging from the city people's perspective, it's not impossible that something about the assembly might appear extremely offensive. Oh no, this is what I was afraid of. You look fine, Noah. Don't let Taion's mutterings get you down. Say, what about Taion's clothes then? I need my attire to be functional. That's it. It's entirely pointless to worry solely about its appearance. Wow, that's pretty sensible actually. A very Taion approach. Yes, it is. While we're on the subject, Taion, there's something I wanted to say for a while now. Uh-oh. What is it? Your scarf is deeply uncool. Oh, that's probably the one thing he's gonna be super sensitive about. Watch. What did you just say? Repeat yourself. I dare you. Yeah, you know, that was like the one thing that stood out was the scarf. And yeah, you know, what I've noticed too, and it's something that I think about, you know, passively or in the back of my head. No, it's like people, you know, they have a style. There's that one piece of clothing or whatever that stands out, and it's probably for a reason, because that person likes it so much. They want people to say, "Hey, this is what I like. Look at it." Aha! I knew it. You're as vain as the rest of us, you poser. Uni just knows how to get people. Just gets people. She's the best character. Alright, some quests. The city is full of things I've never heard of, and all this amazing tech and stuff. But they seem to have a scavenge thing like Levin's parts, like we do. It'd be a sight harder than just normal scavenging, too. Outwitting both Agnes and Keeves to get the stuff they need? Not my idea of fun. And they can't leave any trace behind either. That's why they have a specialized scavenging force. They're elite, but in a different way to Monica's corps, which fight on the front line. I assume there can't be many of them, so the force can stay flexible and mobile. What, like a secret platoon? Hey, could we pay a visit to Noam Wetlands ourselves? I would like to know more about these lost numbers. You're curious about the scavengers? A little. It seems like a lot of hard work. We could lend them a hand. They're probably pretty short-handed over there. At least Uni made it sound like they're a titchy little unit. Oh, so it's my fault, is it? Lance getting it back at Uni for all the time she got him. Well, regardless, it'd be a good opportunity to get to know them better. Yes, and strengthen our alliance and make a good impression. To know what lens it is. Okay. Someone's sheet music.
I think we need to discuss this.
So about this sheet music we found in the city. I gave it a play, and the melody made me really happy for some reason. It's so strange. It's completely different to Offseer's melodies. It looks like one half the music is here, though. I'd really like to know the rest. Someone in the city will have dropped it. Should we see if we can find who it belongs to? Yes, please. Okay, let's find somewhere with plenty of people and try asking around. We'll set that one so we can help. We can help Mio and make our way over to where we need to go. Like, I'm sure that can happen.
Let's bounce.
Oh, I think we're right here, right? Excuse me, we're trying to find the person who dropped the sheet music. Oh, that's Granddad's. I can't believe he's been dropping things in the middle of the street again. Oh wow, look, right, just like that. He can't keep doing this. We found someone to lead us to him. Would you mind introducing us to him? We'd actually quite like to meet him. Yeah, why not? Okay, you can help me find him. Knowing Granddad, he's probably standing on a bridge somewhere, worrying himself sick. Thank you. He's really hard to talk to. Okay, well this is Mio's quest. There he is. Wow, this quest was Boomer. Hey, Boomer. Excuse me. There you are. Granddad, you dropped your sheet music again. You can't just say you can't write good music and throw everything away. Wait, you wrote this piece? We wanted to know how the rest of it went, so we came looking for you. It's such a lovely melody. I'd love to be able to play it all the way through. Oh, getting some music time? Or... Oh. Rude? Someone just complimented your work. Did he hear me? I think he wants you to go with him. That was a strange way of saying it. Whoa. For an old guy, he sure moved quick. He went from all the way up there back down here.
Oh, so that's how they're doing.
Alright, well, we'll follow Boomer then.
Many hours later.
Yeah, guys, we're still making our... Just gonna let Boomer go for a little bit. But something different about, this than the other previous established games is, like, you hear... maybe a little bit in Xenoblade 2. Like, don't remember as much, but you can hear, like, the children playing in the background. It's really cute. Oh, he's waiting for us. Alright, Boomer, we're following. A secluded area. Senna! Get out of the poor man's way. I hear no flute. Such pretty music. Man, I was doing a happy dance and Riku looks like he fell asleep. Man, dig it! Get groovy! Man, this isn't the type of, groove music you dance to. This is more you just sit Close your eyes and listen. Oh, I'm sorry, what? I think Granddad enjoyed himself. We had fun playing together, too. Pretty different from your off-singing tunes, isn't it? Feels a lot more jaunty. It's true, the simple act of listening makes you feel content, feel connected to everyone around you. How bizarre. Man, I would like to listen again. I'd like to write something like that one day, too. You will? Or you will, I'm sure of it. Quest complete. Alright. The partial score was written by Boomer. Noah, Mio, and Boomer's joint performance of the piece left a melodious mark on the city.
Oh, so that's how they're doing.
Hey, Boomer, let's talk. Hum dum hum dee That's a different tune to the one that was on the sheet music. Did you make it up yourself? Sounds great. Hum dum dum dee hum dum. This old dude hardly ever say anything else, huh? Guess not. Alright, well, enough lollygagging. Let's go ahead and rendezvous with Monica.
I think we can take that elevator down to the war room.
Been a while since my last war council. Hope this isn't one of the boring ones.
Alright. Come on, there you go.
Now, we wait.
That we do. Oh, I want to talk to that guy, but alright, whatever.
Okay then. Sneaking into Agnes Castle, huh?
Seems we won't be catching a break anytime soon.
So this person who knows where the true queens are... who was it again?
You're looking for Gondor.
Ah, that's
Gondor.
Right. So then, we've just got to find this Gondor, break him out of the prison camp and get the spark out of there.
Luckily, they don't kill us immediately after we've been captured. We're held beneath the castle, in a detention facility.
To perform forced labor?
There's that as well. But mostly, it's to set an example.
Example?
On the day of an eclipse, once a year, they hold a mass execution of prisoners at Hope's Rest, a hill on the castle's south edge. The whole event gets projected, high into the sky.
Okay, so I guess that's why they're... Now we know what the eclipse is. You know, that one guy was talking about it.
Oh no. So that's what you meant.
It's to show us we're powerless.
And the place they do this is Hope's Rest. What kind of sick joke is that?
It's to demoralize you. It's a great way to do it.
The next eclipse falls about a month from now. So that's our deadline for what we've got to do. Contact the
Mio's
prisoner
only
and
got
get
about a
intel
month
on the
left.
A month.
Mio.
Well, no two ways about it. We better get started now.
Yeah, and we better hurry. We can't waste a single day.
Let's say we make it
Yeah.
in without a hitch. Won't the you-know-what give us away?
Uni, I don't think we do know.
The red glowing Mobius eye thing.
Oh, that.
Those eye patches I gave you? There's a special alloy embedded in them. Long as you got that, you'll be near invisible. Slip clean under their noses.
And after we've got the info, how do we get out?
You've put the Kavesi Annihilator out of commission. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Well, we're on our own on that
We get
part.
out. What about your lot?
You don't need to worry about them. They knew the risk.
That doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, well, that's how we do things.
But still.
We're gonna break them out.
Be prepared to make sacrifices.
All right. However, only as our absolute last resort. Is that fair?
That's awfully kind of you. The kind doesn't win wars. There's a Nopon called Samon in engineering. He'll be able to find you a way into the castle. Get the details from him.
I mean, on one hand, I do agree with Monica that, you know, when you watch a lot of like war, documents or even movies, it's like you have to make sacrifices in order to win. And I guess from like Monica's perspective, she's looking at the greater good. So does it suck that they get captured and executed? Yes, but we gotta keep pushing forward or whatever. But we know for sure, like Noah, we're gonna try to save as many of those captives as possible, because that's just how usually games like this go. I know we got a little more time, I think. So go ahead. Mr. Sampson's engineering department. Go down the lift near Dulgan Cliff, and you'll find it in no time. It's the big lift you took to get up here. You know the one. Right. Well, that's it. See ya. Oh, what? You're not gonna show us the way? There's a strategy meeting we have to be at, discussing what to do after the infiltration. Oh, you're infiltrating the prison too? Well, it was originally our plan. I sense a little animosity here. I see. Looking forward to working with you then. Yeah, sorry not going to be all buddy-buddy with you. Yeah, there is no animosity whatsoever. Wow, what crawled up his arse? Look at it from their perspective. We essentially took the Ouroboros powers that were originally intended for them. But what does that have to do with any of this? Let's just play our part for now. We should head to engineering. Now, hopefully that animosity doesn't come back to bite us. Standard quests. Access the castle. Well,
I see some relations have changed.
Oh, hello. I joined the Lost Numbers in hopes of becoming as fine a man as Guernica, in the hopes of becoming as strong and as kind as him. And yet, even as of this day, it still remains an aspiration. Monica, can we talk quick? You're safe here in the city. Take your time. It might be the only genuine rest you get. Just don't forget about the operation. We've only got around a month to pinpoint the Queen's locations. Alright. I think we had a quest-related event down here.
It should be operable now.
Elevator. There it is.
Now, we wait.
Well, yeah, there was a guy down here. Lieutenant Travis. Oh hey, perfect timing. You lot have already smashed up a few flame clocks so far, right? Yeah, a few, I guess. Why? Well, the thing is, the Lost Numbers are going to start paying out a bounty for damage dealt to Mobius. Here you go. Gus Bracelet.
Good to add more names.
Oh. So we get rewards for every time we break a flame clock. Gondor is the only one that knows the whereabouts of the real queens. I really hope everything works out. You don't think we can handle it? No, it's got nothing to do with you guys or the plan. Sorry, just forget I said anything. The boss will have my guts for garters if I say something I'm not supposed to. I see. That's probably why he's in the basement. Alrighty, team. I think we're gonna do a side quest here quick. We're gonna do the scavenger force here, just so we can. Then off camera, I'm gonna try to get all these other quests done, so we don't have to worry about them later. Or, you know, actually, I might save the 3 ravens for the next video before we go on to do the castle access. I want to make sure, because as the sounds of it, things have now escalated. So every time we take out a flame clock, all the other colonies, their alert levels are going to go up. So we need to be a little more cautious, a little more prepared. But we're going to go ahead and do the scavenger force. Try to get into the good graces with the city a little bit more. So hopefully, things go pretty well for us. And actually, there's something very interesting that has to rescue. Okay, well, so you go here to like Monica. So the Canada leader here, Jansen. Like you can see, there is, like these two are apparently not on good terms. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to come to play later on in the story. But for now, we're going to go ahead. No, wait, I need to go to the map, duh. We wanted to... Yeah, this is what we wanted, right? Castle access. Yeah, that's the one we wanted. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go over here and help these guys out. Want to gather some stuff here quick. Mizuki. You! Don't worry, we're on your side. We're friends of Monica. We thought you might be able to use a hand. Monica? Then you must be Ouroboros. Fantastic! We're fine here, but the captain up ahead could use some help. Seems like monsters are really slowing down the retrieval. Understood. We'll do what we can. Are you all fine then? Yeah, not to worry. We're 5 by 5. We'll take every last bit of plunder back to the city. What's 5 by 5 mean? Good, fine, all is well. Okay. Okay. This wreckage, it's like a treasure trove for us. Can't be wasting a single bit. Are you okay? Is something wrong? A friend of mine died recently. His name was Yu. I see that wreckage, and I just can't help but think about the folks who died there. Should be grateful for everything. We should be grateful for everything left there. That's a feeling I understand well.
Good to add more names.
Alright, well. Ooh, I see a container. Sorry, we'll be right over there to help you as soon as I grab this container. Priorities. Cabana. Well, looky here. The Ouroboros themselves. Mizuki told me you were coming. Oof, that's a voice and a half. How rude of me. Rest assured that we will leave no trace of our existence. Well, I'm glad you're so enthusiastic. It's taking you sometimes to retrieve everything, I hear. Had a bit of trouble with Garofs, you see. What is growling behind me? Is it you, Fido? I don't know what's got them in such a tizzy. They just won't seem to leave our salvage alone. It's proving nigh impossible to get our hands on those Levens parts. I'd like to retrieve them undamaged if possible. So you just need us to bash up some Gareths. Piece of cake. Recovery of resources is the goal. Engaging the enemy is secondary to that. Repeat! Yeah, where did that come from? That's the order of priority. Don't you forget it. We support more lives with our scavenging than you know. Always keep that in mind. Got that? Yes, ma'am. Good lad. Don't worry. It's part of a rookie's job to make mistakes, you know. Jeez, talk about mood swing. Rookie. You're the new recruits, aren't you? Come on now. Come on. No, yeah, now come on. Pick up the pace. Use your powers and whatnot to retrieve those parts. Thanks in advance. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Alright, oh, I see a husk down there. Okay, so retrieval is priority. Fighting is secondary. Well, I think we are going to have to fight no matter what.
Are they fighting each other? Rude.
We just can skip right past. Okay. We'll just pick this up then. Oh, that was easy. There was a husk down here. I thought there was a... Oh, aha! Right there.
I'd better send them off.
Oh, Lance, you okay up there, buddy? Nicely done! And no significant damage to note. Nothing to sneeze at, eh? That's Ouroboros for you, I suppose. So we finally convinced her? This was a test from the get-go, wasn't it? I suppose you wanted to know if the power of the famous Ouroboros would mesh with the Lost Numbers' way of life. So you saw through us. You're smarter than I thought you'd be. Also, good thing we didn't fight. Chances are, you know, at least from the impression I'm getting, is if we did fight, they would see damage onto the thing. So yeah, it's a good thing we didn't fight. It's good to know how the scavenger troops feel about us anyway. Thank you for telling us. I'm the one who should be thanking you. That's thanks to you. I got to keep my team safe. Mizuki's a newlywed, you know, and I can't face May if anything happened to him. But I digress. Better get the troops home safely, eh? What is she, Canadian? Eh? Eh. Thanks for your help. Pleasure working with you, Ouroboros. Quest complete. The party got to know Kabata. Furthermore, they experienced a day in the life of the Lost Numbers and learned how they see things. Nice.
I see some relations have changed.
Alrighty. Well, hold on, let me check the map here quick. I just want to look at something. Just want to see if there were any quest events or quest related events they got unlocked. Well, we can still get back to the castle.
By now, huh?
Point of interest. Oh, we can actually go back inside the Kavesi castle. Oh, I know we want to avoid that, but probably be a little cheeky and we can actually get. No, I won't do that. I won't. Was there any new quest-related events going on? Yeah, there's points of interest all over the place. Oh, there's another one right here. I wonder if the lieutenant made it back. That's probably what that is. Oh yeah, we're gonna go and check. Yes. Oh, phew. You made it back okay. Bolerius gave us a heads up. We heard about what happened. So Ethel's... Your expression says it all. She bet her life on the fight, and she's gone. Ugh! Oh, Ethel. But guys, listen. What if I were to tell you that Ethel is alive? Okay, she's alive. She was always charging off on her own. Spark it. I guess maybe we couldn't have. Sorry, I'm thinking to myself here. Okay, enough blathering. We need to decide where we go from here. Yeah, you're right. So what now, Bolarius? Bolaris. Boliris. I gotta slow down to make sure I'm reading that right. Hello? No, not We need a plan. Oh, right. I'm sorry, I need some time to think. Excuse? Hey! Boliris. He's taking it pretty badly, as you expect. But the smoothest course is for the lieutenant to step up as commander. If things fall apart here, then that's going to endanger Colony Force survival. Yeah, but he's not up to it. Nothing we can do. We need Ethel now more than ever. She's alive. No, but she's not this Ethel that you knew. So, well, unless we can restore her memories, then anyway. Boliris.
I see some relations.
Okay, we're gonna go check on our boy. The commander would come here often when she needed to think. She told me her favorite thing in the world was the view of Colony 4 she got from here. Oh, you've heard me say it before, I'll say it again, the music does so well with either it's a cutscene or something like this. It does an amazing job. You can feel the somber, you can just hear and feel the somber tone of it. We vowed to follow her to the ends of the world. That's the kind of person she was. Ethel will always be our commander. I can't imagine anything else. I'm sorry, Boliris. I don't know what to say. Ethel is alive. Ethel is alive! Sorry, guess I must look pretty pathetic to you right now. Say, do you reckon you could do something for me? Yeah, of course. Anything. Can you take me to where the commander had her last battle? Boliris, that's... Yeah, we can take you. Alright, going a little bit on a road trip. Alright, here we go. Never thought we'd be back here again. Well, what are those Turkin doing? What are you... That's Ethel's Pharaonis. Hold up a minute. Who's that lot over there? What are those Turkin up to? Are they taking over the Pharaonis? Oh, heck no. If they are, we ain't letting that happen. No, siree. What? Valeris, wait! Get away from that Faranis! How dare you defile Commander Ethel's resting place! I'll tear you all to pieces! Oh boy, things escalated quickly. Alright, let's take these birds down. There we go. Learned your lesson now, you feathered menaces? Simmer down, Boreas. If we lose you too, just tell me one thing. How did the commander die? Again, that somber music. She fought with everything she had to settle things with Kamaravi. Not even Mobius stealing her flame could shake her will. She was so noble. I felt like I was looking at the sun. She was so glorious. I see. Thanks for telling me. I think he needed the closure. I think that's what he needed. She fought, true to herself to the bitter end. Well then, I guess I have my own fight to fight. I have to defend her legacy. That's right, Boreas. You do that. Defend her legacy. Let's get back to the colony, Boreas. Everyone's waiting for you. Alright. Here we go. We're back. I'm sorry, just going through, just even though it's a very small tidbit, I don't know you guys, but me personally, I felt their pain. The writers for this game, they do, for just all those Xenoblade games so far, the storytelling, the writing has been an amazing job, and sometimes with music or even sometimes no music really helps set the tone, and you just felt, you could feel the hurt and the grief that some of these characters are going through, because Ethel was highly respected in this colony, and it's like you lose that person in your life. They seem larger than life, and then they're gone, and you feel this hole or whatever, and then you have to you need to find a way to keep moving on and to get back into the fight in their case. And for the lieutenant, it was he needed closure. He needed to be where her final spot was, I think, so he could finally move on. But anyway. Hey, it's me. Call the squad captains to the council room. It's time to resume the meeting. You've got this. You will join us. You don't have to do anything, just observe. Yeah, sure. First you run off, and then you resume the meeting like nothing happened. What are you playing at, Boleris? Boleris, that's the name. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll explain everything later. But before that, there's something I've got to say to you. Then you better come out and say it. Okay, listen up. I, Boleris, hereby resign my seat as lieutenant and take on the role of acting commander. What? What? You can't just... Wait a second. What did you say? What do you mean, acting? Maybe I can explain... Maybe I can explain if you'll shut up for a minute. Look, I'm not cut out to be commander. You said it. Not us. She is the only commander we'll ever have. And I know you probably think so. And Sparkit, I agree. But Colony 4 won't last much longer like this. We can't lose the colony Commander Ethel left in our hands. So I'm stepping up in her place to lead this colony. We certainly need someone who can command us all, but... And what's with this acting idiocy? It's not the magnification... It's not the magnificent announcement you seem to think it is. You're joking, right? Sorry, Denzel, but I'm deadly serious. I know some think I'm not suited to the role, but I can't hand it over to anyone. I don't see a problem with it. Well, for one, I thought Maxie was going to have an objection, but okay. I didn't think you'd be on board with this, Maxie. Ethel had an energy that we lack. And that energy is what led us to get to silver in 3 terms. Terms, that's what it was. I can feel something similar with Boleris now. I think it's a good direction to go in. Looks like our Maverick loose cannon has mellowed out. I learned that you have to change if you're going to survive. You have to learn to accept anything. So not well, anything. He said anything, not everything. There is a key difference. We need to bring our colony back to the top. That's what you're saying, isn't it, Maxie? Well, I suppose this way is better than some interminable yawn fest to decide her successor. Decisiveness was always one of Ethel's Colony 4's precepts. Well, now that you've declared yourself, I hope you'll be up for the job, acting commander. You know, oh, come on. As I was saying, you know, that's not foreshadowing that Ethel comes back and then she takes her place back as Colony 4's commander. I don't know what is, and I hope that's what happens, because if it doesn't happen, gosh dilly dang it, I'm gonna be upset. Anyway, you mean, now that we're all agreed, you better start ordering us around, acting commander. Yeah, I'll take care of everything. Quest complete. As acting commander, Boleris quickly gets to work directing the captains. Colony 4 should be just fine.
I see some relations have changed.
Hello, we got another... Wow, already? We have another... There's 11s down here.
I see some relations have changed.
Oh, let's look at this real quick. Follows in her footsteps. Oh, and it's a heart. Okay. Okay, well, what is this? Isn't that an Agni 11s? What's that doing in a place like this? That's not a safe thing to have in a Kevi's colony, even if it doesn't seem to be working anymore. Ha ha ha! No fear, I got permission from Boreas, all proper like. So then, have you all worked it out yet? Sorry, but can we pause for a second? Who even are you? Oh, what a social blunder. I'm Ymir, from the maintenance and development team. Now that's out of the way. Where was I? This guy barely even stops for breath? What I want to say concerns the Agni 11s over here. Here's my question. What do you think makes a difference between Kevis and Agni 11s?
Oh, good. I love these games. Yeah. Z! Yeah. What are my options? Okay, let me see. Let's see here. A, the color. B, the design. C, A and B. Or D, none of the above. Is it C? You may? Oh, come off it! What kind of answer is that? I'm sorry, but that's what the answer is. Oh, I'll give you an answer.
Pick one, mate. The right answer is their legs. Legs? I didn't know there was any difference. You see, Agni Elevenses come with a hover assembly as a standard feature. In other words, they can float. Yes, that's true now that you mention it. Now this goes without saying, but the weight of a Levit's airframe is considerable. Additionally, they have to carry heavy armaments, therefore, you think it's crucial that they are built with sturdy legs. However, not so with the Agnian ones. They don't even have legs, and when they do, they're terribly spindly. Are you just saying that Agni lenses are functionally better? Though I loathe to admit it, the Kevi's lenses truly play second fiddle to the Agnia ones in this one regard. That's why I made a request to the tactician squad that we see some proper Agnian lenses. I see. So you're basically using this lens as a subject for your research. Exactly. But the seizure operation was rather violent, so a lot of parts got damaged and now it's almost junk. So my dream of unraveling the mysterious Agni technology is still miles away. Though, I thought I would ask you, please help my dream become reality. I would greatly appreciate your cooperation. Why are you asking us? We're not engineers or anything. What good would that we do? No fear, it's rather simple actually. Long story short, I need more Agnian 11 materials to run tests on. You don't even need to try and catch one. Just a few lemons and bring me back the parts. Pretty please? By parts, you mean literally anything? Yes, I will inspect the parts myself. All you have to do is destroy the lemons with Wild Abandon and nab me the pieces. Oh, I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but I only have need of Agnian parts. Please don't forget. Yes, we gathered that already. We'll bring some back for you. Okay. Alrighty, team. Well, sorry. Been a long day. So, wow, you know, that a lot of information to, you know, think on. But wow, team, there is a lot of information to go through. I mean, we really haven't done a whole lot, but we've learned quite a bit. That like somewhere, you know, sometime before, you know, currently, when the worlds merged, you know, basically something happened. Morbius came in, you know, and we got confirmation that the queens were replaced, so that they're basically locked away somewhere. And that's when Morbius came in and took over. But these founders, they somehow were able to, or they must have been people who escaped the clutches of Morbius. And, you know, they were working to breaking people free. And, you know, some of the founders, of course, was an Agnes troop and a Kevis troop. And so then they founded the city within the Machonis sword. And since then, they've been fighting Morbius. And also have a safe haven for, you know, what is naturally supposed to happen. You know, births and aging, then death. Basically, the circle of life happening within the city. And then, of course, we just did some of these quests and stuff just to help ourselves, you know, fill in a couple side stories, stuff like that. But yeah, I digress. I am really enjoying this story. You know, it just feels like the more you play, you know, like the stakes get higher, and you know, that's what I love about this game. You know, games when they do it like this, you know, like Definitive Edition, you know, you just thought it was just, you know, the Machonis. You gotta stop the Machonis from wiping out, you know, everyone on the Bionis. But then you learn, it's like, well, wait a minute, there's more going on to just the Machonis wanting to attack us. And it's like, oh, no, there was more going on, like I just said. And then, you know, in, you know, Xenoblade 2, you know, kind of the same thing. You know, just, you know, like, you know, Torna Company, you know, you think they're the bad guys. No, they're just one group of bad guys, because it's later on you find out that, the not the architect. Yeah, I forgot the title that Malthus has, but basically the high priest. I'm just gonna call him that. You know, he's actually a bad guy, and so you kind of have two opposing armies or factions that have the same goal to wiping out humanity, and they're both trying to stop, you know, Rex and all of them to get to Elysium, to get to the architect or whatever, but for their own reasons. Again, because, you know, Malthus thinks, you know, wiping out humanity is what the architect wants, and, you know, Jin wants to kill the architect because, you know, he blames the architect for everything that happened with Laura, and Malthus thinks it's just his purpose in life to wipe everything out. And then, of course, back to this, and yada yada. You know, just, again, the story building is amazing, but I digress. I'm just rambling. Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things, and I'll see you guys in the next video.